Welcome back to the Y.E.S Functional Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. My name is Chris Porter, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness, and I first want to thank you for taking time from your busy day to listen to what I have to say. I hope today's information will be very pertinent for not just this time of the year, but year-round and for the rest of your life. So just some real quick housekeeping. If you ever want to get a transcript or a timestamp of today's broadcast or any of our broadcasts, you can head on over to yesfitnessct.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the page, and on the right-hand side, you will see podcasts. Click on that, and you can get that information or watch any of our 200 and now today 29th broadcast. You can also get this broadcast wherever you listen to your podcast normally. Well, we don't have any other housekeeping, so let's just get right into it today, because I want to give you the top 10 things to improve results without working harder. I'm sure everyone would be interested in that, because most people think working harder is better. And you'll hear me say often that working harder isn't always better. And the secret sauce is in recovery. So here are my top 10 things to improve your results without working any harder. Now, why am I talking about this today? Because I believe it's January 10th. And although you can use this information for any time of the year, this time of the year it may be specifically helpful for those people who are just getting back to the gym, or for those people who have never worked out before and are going to the gym. Whatever it may be, when we introduce new physical stresses to the body generally gets sore. And it takes a few days for this soreness to resolve. And it's very typical that when we do a phase in our programming, we do a phase where we do the same particular exercises for anywhere from 3 to 6 workouts. It gives the body some time to adapt and actually learn and groove with the patterns so you can make true gains. But when we change those patterns, when we change those movements, when we change that phase, whether we change any exercise or we're changing the repetition range or rest periods, whatever it may be, that's generally where our clients see some kind of soreness. So in our group exercise, beginning of the month, we change over our workouts. That is typically when they will begin to feel some soreness. But the same can be true if you just decide that you're just going to go out and rake the yard all day, or shovel some snow, or go for a bike ride that you haven't done in a long time, or even a hard hike. This is some soreness that's not unusual, but it's something that you can take care of. And if it is with regards to exercise, you can actually get better results by recovering properly. So the novel stress that can come from a new type of workout, or when we change a phase, or we just change a particular exercise, it's smarter if you want to ramp up your routine after you took some time off. Simply adding a few more reps or a little bit more load, something like that, so you go gradually. But again, you may be sore even if you're trying out something new. Even if you went out to play tennis, or you decide, hey, you know what, I'm going to go play pickleball now, you may come home sore. So anytime you're using muscles in a new way, you're likely to end up with something that's called DOMS, or delayed onset muscle soreness. So what's happening is post-workout, or post this activity, or post this new stress to the body, your body's working hard to repair that muscle damage. And the way the body recovers from damage is through the healing response that comes with inflammation. And this inflammation, it's natural, it's important part of the process that you don't want to stop. But this also tends to cause that soreness. The inflammatory process works on a natural timeline. However, there are some things you can do to facilitate the process and make it even more effective so you get better results. There's also some things you can do that will hinder this process. So how long does it take for the muscle to actually recover? Well, it makes sense. The amount of time it takes your muscle to recover will depend on the level of fitness that you're in, the difficulty of the workout, the volume, the intensity, the duration, all these type of things. Same thing with the activity is. It all depend on what the activity is. If you go out and ride your bike for 5 miles and you haven't ridden it in a long time, you may be sore. But if you say, hey, you know what? 5 miles, I'm feeling okay now. I go to 10 miles, then obviously you're going to be even sore. So this all determines how taxing it is on your body and how sore you're going to be. After a relatively light workout, your muscles may be able to recover in just 24 hours. Whereas a more challenging workout, it might take 2 or 3 days. Very intense workouts might even take longer, which I would not recommend. It's not a whole lot of fun to be sore. And I don't believe that you really need to be sore to make gains. And there's some factors that, not all these factors, but some of the factors that affect the recovery timeline are things like how much nutrition you're getting, what's the quality nutrition that you're getting, are you hydrated enough, how much stress are you dealing with, are you getting enough sleep, are you doing exercise that involve many different muscle groups or just near maximal effort. So it's all this kind of will take into account how long your body will take for it to recover. It's important to give your body time to recover fully after workout. While you're exercising, you create damage to your muscles. And it's during the recovery period that the muscles can repair the tiny tears that form during exercise. And if you don't give those muscles, if you don't give them time to recuperate, you're risking the risk of injuring yourself more. So, how do you prevent injury during muscle recovery? Well, the basis of any good training program is to have small incremental increases in intensity or volume over time. If you jump ahead too quickly, too fast, too hard, you put your body at risk for injury and overtraining. It's really not necessary. And different trainers have different philosophies on how you should train and how you should recover. I believe that when you leave your workout session, you should feel challenged. You should feel like you work out, but you should not be completely exhausted. You should feel good. You feel like you did something, but that you want to go back and do it again. Because if it's too hard, it's too challenging, it's not a whole heck of a lot of fun. It's not a whole lot of fun to be sore. I've been sore many times, and quite honestly, it doesn't feel good. So design your program so you're not too sore. If you need help with that, you know who to talk to. I'd be more than happy to give you a hand with that. Especially with the clientele that we deal with being over 40. Man, it takes longer to recover. It takes longer to feel good. And we can't afford to have our lives being affected by the fact that we can't go up and down the stairs, or we can't sit down. It just doesn't feel good. We don't want that to be affecting our lives. We want to feel good. We want to feel like we did something. And you can make gains without destroying the body. And you know what? There can be complications from not allowing enough recovery time. If you don't let your muscles recover between workouts, again, you're going to put yourself at risk for injury. Repeated stress from exercise is called small tears. And if we don't give those tears time to recover, you're just going to cause more and more damage to the body. So if you've stopped seeing improvements in your fitness level, or if your muscles constantly feel inflamed or sore, you may need to spend more time recovering from your workouts. I'm telling you, you should take more time to recover from your workouts. So here are 10 ways to speed up muscle recovery and to help you get better results, help you feel better. And while true muscle recovery simply takes time, the body requires time to recover from the demands of the system, the demands that have been put onto the system. There are some little things that you can help to minimize DOMS and potentially feel quicker post-workout. So the first thing you want to take a look at is, are you hydrated sufficiently? Do you have enough water in your muscles? Have you stayed hydrated? Water is um, critical in all the processes of the body, okay, in everything that we do. Water is critical. So it's no wonder that it's that important in the recovery process to make sure that we're completely hydrated. Number two, let's talk a little bit about nutrition. Let's talk about refueling with protein, okay, and with carbs. You want to not just have protein post workout, you want to also have a mixture of carbohydrates as well. As one of the best recovery drinks post workout is a glass of chocolate milk because of the protein and carbohydrate mixture. So you want to make sure that you can have that really post workout, whether it's a strength workout or cardiovascular workout. And then just make sure that you're getting 0.6 to 0.8 or 1 gram per protein per pound of body weight. You need just a well balanced diet throughout. Let's talk about sleep. You need to get enough sleep. Sleep is when not just the brain gets to recover, but your whole body gets to recover from sleep. So you want to make sure that you're getting your 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. So that kind of leads me into a little bit of like an active recovery. So active recovery would be, okay, we worked out hard on Monday. That doesn't mean we take Tuesday off. That means we want to do something. We want to continue to move. So we want to maybe just take a hike, go for a walk, ride a bike, do some swimming or something like that. This is what we talk about is active recovery. Just moving a little bit. Maybe take a yoga class or a light stretching class or something like that, just to get the blood flowing, get nutrients in and out of the muscles, warm up the body, and that'll help with some recovery. You can try massage. Now, there's been many studies that show that massage will help you recover. Again, it's getting blood flowing into the tissues, it's warming them up, it's getting waste products out of the tissues. So, a nice massage would help. And if you don't have the money or the time for massage, you can always just use the foam roller. Foam roller is what I always call a cheap massage. It again will work on those overactive or those trigger points to get nutrients in, lengthen the muscle, improve the density of the muscle, and allow it to recover better. Also, with massage, you can always use one of those massage guns you always see on TV now. I use one. I use one on my calves after I run because my calves have a tendency to seize up a little bit because I have flat feet, things like that. But by using that recovery gun on my calves, I'm able to work out in the time frame that I'm looking to work out again. So that's a nice way to do it as well. There's always the hot and the cold treatment. When you're done, jump into a sauna. Again, get that sweat going, get that blood flowing. That will help you with some recovery. Or you can jump into a nice ice bath to help reduce inflammation. Or you can do a combination of both. Do some heat and then jump into some cold. So there's some ways right there where you can help improve your recovery. And if you're really going for some cold treatment, you can go over for some cryotherapy, which has been shown to help the body recover. Number 8 would be some compression garments. You may have started to see them on TV now. You may see some chairs where the garment, a device goes around your leg and compresses it some. That also will help with you some recovery. Those garments are not overly expensive. So that might be something that if you notice that a calf or a thigh or something's continuing to be sore or fatigued after workouts, grab a little compression garment. Always, when you're done with your workout, do some kind of 5 to 8 minute cool down. In that 5 to 8 minute cool down, it can have a little bit of an active recovery, like we just talked about, and it can be very passive with some um, mild stretching. You don't want to be too intense with your stretching. You don't want to turn on the Golgi tendon and have the muscle contract. You want it to just relax. So the stretching and the flexibility should be nice and easy and relaxed post workout. And then finally, be sure to schedule some rest. You need to schedule time between your workouts. So I can give you an example of what my workout schedule is like. Um, I will run hard on a Sunday. I'll do some interval training on a Sunday. Monday, I will lift heavy, and then Tuesday, I do some active recovery. I make sure I walk 3 or 4 miles, especially this time of the year. Wednesday, I'm back on the track or on the treadmill, running hard. Thursday, I'm lifting weights. Friday, I'm back to some active recovery. Saturday, I try to do a little bit of a longer, um, lower intensity cardiovascular work just to work my energy system a little bit back. And then I'm back Sunday. So I get my recovery, real recovery. I use active recovery with some stretching, some foam rolling, um, the massage gun, all those type of things on Tuesdays, getting it on Fridays, and I kind of ramp it up just a little bit on Saturday before I go back hard again on Sunday. So I work that right into it. I schedule into my day because you don't get in shape when you're working out. You get in shape when you're recovering. You get in shape between workouts. That's why when you lift weights, you want to spend at least 48 hours rest in between before you lift again. So your body has time to recover. So those tears have time to mend. And if you don't, you're going to overdo it and you're not going to get better results. Over time, you're going to see the effects of overtraining and you're going to start to feel fatigued. You're not going to perform as well. And that's not the goal here. For an adult around 50 and older, we don't have a whole lot of time. Let's be efficient. So we really only need to lift weights a couple times a week. A third day, maybe. Not going to get the same benefit you did when you were younger. So if you're only lifting 2 days, you have a Monday and a Thursday or a Tuesday and a Friday. We got a couple of days in between. We get some other cardiovascular work in as well. So make sure that you're scheduling some rest in. So there you have it. There's are the top 10 things that I believe that you can do to help speed your muscle recovery. Number one, hydrate sufficiently. Number two, nutrition. Make sure you eat a nice, well-balanced diet, get enough proteins and some carbohydrates, get enough sleep, do some active recovery, walk, hike, bike, swim, something nice and easy, stretching class, try some massage. There's always the foam rolling for some self myofascial release or a massage gun. Hot treatments, cold treatments, a combination of both. Compression garments, cool down, and schedule some rest. So there you have it. I hope with this time of the year, people getting back to the gym and they're starting to feel maybe they're working a little bit too hard or they haven't worked in a long time and they're feeling it. That they take my advice because you're going to feel better. You're going to get better results. You're going to want to work out some more because you're feeling good after your workouts. If you have any questions, always get a hold of me. You give me a call at 860-673-4293. Email us, stop by the facility. I'd be more than happy to give you a hand. And you can look for more information next Tuesday on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Have a great evening. Thanks for watching.